My name is Malrie Casey, and I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, which is all the way in Canada. So I know I'm pretty far, but this is where I was born and raised. Originally, I am Jamaican and Irish. So I run a blog, and it's basically based on the lifestyle of hip hop. That's, old school tracks, current trends, big artists that are in the game now and that influence the hip hop scene as we have it now, as well as, some unique fashion and art. But my main kind of fuel for the blog comes from that old school vibes and that old school hip hop because I feel like that's the realest it's ever been. And, it's just a good feeling when you go back to that. So I try to incorporate that with a little bit of now and a little bit of art and a little bit of fashion. And you got realgtilltheykillme.com. My main audience would actually be both male and female in the age bracket from about 15 and up. Usually it's teens to late 20s, I've noticed. I do have a slightly larger male audience. And, as far as the target market goes, I really think that this generation of, the younger folk, we really do have a lot more time on our hands and we are computer nerds. So that's kind of who I'm targeting as well. I would say that my blog is heavily inspired by self expression. I feel that it's my way of expressing things that I'm passionate about and sharing them with others. I really think that media is a big influence, as well as soul and, some old school hip hop vibes. So, these are things that fuel me to, blog and art and, just letting out what you feel. And it's a beautiful thing because so many other people can relate to it. So, really what inspires me is just everything from inside. Often, I tend to feature upcoming musicians, sometimes other people with websites. I am helping, promote someone who has a website right now because it's going to be absolutely dope. I'm going to be on it as well, and it's going to be called MNP. So that's going to be sweet. You got to look out for that. There's fashion lines that I try to promote and, people with other blogs as well because it's really a beautiful thing. So anybody who has some talent or anybody that's dope, you can be on there for sure. Just holla. Hit me up on Twitter. That's Badass Luminary. That's at BADASSLUMINARY. I'm always interested in seeing how I can broaden my social network. And, make sure you check out the blog. That's realgtilltheykillme.com. The great thing about how my blog is set up is that anyone who has a Tumblr account, you can follow me and have access to updates, posts, questions, pictures, ask questions, anything like that. Regardless of whether you have an account or not, still hit me up, holla at me on Twitter or on Tumblr and we can get it poppin'. I would just like to say thank you very much. Much love, take care, and shout out to V20Radio.com.